Hello everyone, welcome to Homeschool, and we are with the next session on a chapter carbon and its compounds. And before going to the topic, today's topic, let us try to recall the stuffs that we have discussed in the last three videos. So initially we spoke about organic compounds importance, yes or no? And we also discussed about an element called carbon, why it is so much special, and why cannot carbon make ionic bonds or ionic compounds, isn't it? And after that, we went for discussing versatile character of carbon. See, carbon is versatile is because, you know, because of its one of the important property called tetravalency as well as catenation. So here catenation is very important. You must know its definition. So what do you mean by catenation here? It is a self-linking capacity of carbon, isn't it? One carbon can link with its own type of an atom and form long chain. It can form, branches, or it can form in the form of rings also. So this property we will call it as catenation. And after that, we went for discussing about the covalent bond. Covalent bond is all about sharing of electrons, and we have seen how sharing takes place with some examples like formation of hydrogen we discussed, chlorine we discussed, ammonia we discussed, methane dot structure, all dot structures we have learned. And today I am moving to the actual basic aspect of organic chemistry, that is a small classification. Okay, fine. And before going to the classification, try to remember one point. Carbon compounds will have covalent bonds, isn't it? I discussed enough details about a covalent bond. And try to remember the covalent bonds present in organic compound is very strong. Okay, so covalent bonds are strong between carbon and carbon. How many ever carbons it may be, they may be there in the form of chain, or they may be there in the form of branches or rings. These carbon bonds are always, very much strong. The covalent bonds, not only between carbon, in these compounds you observe a bond between carbon and hydrogen. You can observe a bond between carbon and oxygen, either single bond or double bond, whatever. All covalent bonds in them are quite stronger. Okay, fine. Mainly carbon bonds are very much stronger. So now we will go for the classification of hydrocarbons. Okay, we are moving to the topic called hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbons. Okay, so what do you mean by hydrocarbons? The name itself says hydrocarbons are those compounds which are made up of only carbon and hydrogen. Okay, so hydrocarbons are those compounds which contain or made up of only carbon and hydrogen. Okay, you will not find any other element in hydrocarbon. Say, I already told you, organic compounds may contain other elements also, right? Along with carbon and hydrogen. Other elements like oxygen, sulfur, nitrogen can be present. Okay, but you have a certain type of organic compounds called with the name hydrocarbons. So in these hydrocarbons, you will have only two elements getting connected with each other. Okay, you don't find oxygen atom, nitrogen atom, sulfur or chlorine, bromine or whatever. Only you will observe the presence of hydrogen and carbon. They will combine together and form long chain, branches or rings, whatever. Okay. And such hydrocarbons are classified or divided into two types. The first one is saturated hydrocarbons. Saturated hydrocarbons. Okay, and the second variety of hydrocarbon is unsaturated hydrocarbons. Unsaturated hydrocarbons. All these are new words for you. You must try to remember these words along with the meaning. That is very, very, very important. Okay, fine. And saturated hydrocarbons. For this, we can give alkanes as an example. Alkanes as an example. Okay. And again, unsaturated hydrocarbons are of two types. Don't worry about their meanings. I will discuss them one by one in detail. Just try to observe the classification. That's it. Okay. So saturated hydrocarbons is of only one variety, that is alkanes. But unsaturated hydrocarbons are again divided into two types here. First one is alkenes and the next one is alkynes. Next one is alkynes. So this is the basic classification of hydrocarbons. Okay, and now let us try to discuss what do you mean by saturated hydrocarbon, what do you mean by alkanes, and the meaning of the term unsaturated hydrocarbons and the definitions and meanings of alkenes and alkynes in detail. Okay, let us discuss them one by one. Coming to the first variety of hydrocarbons, that is saturated hydrocarbons. Saturated hydrocarbons are those compounds in which you will have single bonds between carbon and carbon. Okay, when you were learning the dot structures, I told you about single bond, double bond and triple bond formation, isn't it? So when the electrons are shared between two atoms, if one pair of electron is shared, it leads to single bond. If two pairs of electrons are shared, it leads to double bond. If three pairs of electrons are shared, it leads to triple bond. All that we have observed during dot structures, isn't it? So if carbon-carbon bonds are single bonds, in one particular compound itself, there will be too many carbon atoms. So between the carbon atoms, if you observe single bonds, then such hydrocarbons are called saturated hydrocarbons. Okay, so how do you define saturated hydrocarbons? Saturated hydrocarbons are those compounds which contain single bonds, single covalent bonds between carbon atoms. Okay, got to know? Say in one compound itself, if you have too many carbon atoms, and between the carbons, if all covalent bonds are single bonds, okay, then such hydrocarbons are called saturated hydrocarbons. And there is one variety of saturated hydrocarbons. What is that variety? We call it as alkanes. Alkanes. So alkanes are nothing but examples for saturated hydrocarbons. So how do you define an alkane here? These are hydrocarbons which is saturated. Again, what do you mean by saturated? Containing containing single bonds between carbon atoms is called saturated. Okay, fine. And all alkanes will obey the general formula. Remember this, CnH2n plus 2. I'll explain about this, don't worry. Okay, each and every alkane will obey this general formula. Okay, where n is equal to, see, Cn, where n is equal to number of carbon atoms present in a molecule. Okay, and that n can be 1, 2, 3, etc. Okay, it cannot be 0. It has to start with 1, 2, 3. Okay, at least one carbon must be there to be called as alkane. So this is the general formula that is obeyed by all varieties of alkanes. And now we will try to write the structure for alkanes. We will try to write the structure, name and molecular formula for various types of alkanes. Okay, fine. Coming to different types of alkanes, we are going to learn in detail about an alkanes. Okay, fine. And the first and foremost, first member of alkane is named as methane. First member is called methane. And actually here, the moment you see the name, you can able to find out how many carbon atoms are there and whether you have a single bonds between carbon atoms or double bonds between carbon atoms, and how to write their structure, how to write their formula, everything you will come to know. You no need to mug up anything here. Okay, just by looking at the name, you can try to write the structure and you can also write the formula yourself. You no need to mug up here. But one logic you should know here. Okay, to write the concepts on yourself, you must understand one simple logic. The logic is, say, if we use the word meth, it means that particular compound will contain only one carbon. Okay, so the word meth means whichever substances have a word meth in the name, it means that particular chemical compound contain only one carbon. Okay, and the word eth means that particular compound contains two carbon atoms. Prop, 3 carbon atoms. Bute, 4 carbon atoms. Pent, 5 carbon atoms. Hex, 6 carbon atoms. Hept, 7 carbon atoms. Oct, 8 carbon atoms. Non, 9 carbon atoms. So this much is enough for your level. Okay. So meth means 1 carbon atom, eth 2 carbon atom, prop 3 carbon atoms. This is what the thing that you should always keep it in your mind. Okay, fine. And now you see the name, meth is there. So meth in the sense what? 1 carbon will be there in this particular substance. Yes or no? And ANE, the meaning of the word ANE means you have single bonds between carbon and carbon. Okay, so if the name is ending with A and E, it means there are single bonds between carbon atoms. Okay, so that is what the meaning of the name. Even name has a meaning in organic chemistry. So with the help of a name, you can able to figure out many things about the substance. You can able to write the structure, you can able to write the chemical formula, everything, most of the things you can come to know with the help of a name. So it is very important to understand the names of organic compounds. Okay, so which is the first member of alkane? Methane. So what do you mean by meth, guys? Meth in the sense one carbon. Okay, ANA means having all single bonds. Okay, so here there is only one carbon. And also remember, there should be 4 covalent bonds around carbon always. How many covalent bonds? It may be 1 carbon, 2 carbon, 3 carbons. How many ever carbons may be present in organic substance? Around carbon, compulsorily 4 covalent bonds has to be present. Okay, that is the main trick that you have to remember in organic chemistry to write the structures. Around every carbon, how many covalent bonds should be there? 4 covalent bonds should be there. Covalent bonds may be there as single bond, it may be there as double bond, or it may be there as triple bond, whatever. Okay, but 4 bonds compulsorily must attach to the carbon atom. Okay, so here meth, 1 carbon. ANA means whatever covalent bonds you have around this carbon, all are single bonds. Okay, so how do you arrange 4 bonds around carbon? This is how. Okay, and here one more carbon. These bonds are bonded with hydrogen, guys. These bonds are always bonded with hydrogen. Okay, so if there was one more carbon atom, one bond will be there with another carbon atom. But meth in the sense one carbon, no, only one carbon. So all the 4 bonds you have to show it with hydrogen. Okay, what I told you, hydrocarbons in the sense the compounds which will contain carbon and hydrogen. Carbon is how many in number? 1. Okay, and it should have 4 bonds around it. So all the 4 bonds with whom you will show, you cannot show it with carbon because there is only 1 carbon in this. So you have to show it with hydrogen atoms. This is the structure of methane. And if you can remember, in the last class, we have studied the formation of methane, isn't it? Dot structure and all we studied. So this is what we call methane. And now what is its formula? Formula means you are just indicating how many carbon atoms are there and how many hydrogen atoms are there. Okay, so looking at the structure, you can able to figure out, no, how many carbons are there? Carbons are just 1. 1 if you mention or don't mention, it is understood that there is 1. Okay, and how many hydrogen atoms are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, right? So CH4 is the formula for methane, guys. Okay, so try to remember which is the first member of alkane? Methane. What is the structure? This one. What is the formula? This one. See, if you can understand the meaning of the name, you can write the structure yourself, and if you can write the structure yourself, you can able to figure out the formula also on your own. Okay, so this concept will not come on by hearting. You should carefully understand the meaning. Okay, so this is a compulsorily required idea that you should have in your mind. Okay, and one more thing is, around carbon always 4 bonds should be there. Okay, in our hydrocarbon, these 4 bonds, if there are more carbon atoms, they can be connected with carbon or they will be connected with hydrogen atoms. Okay, fine. And now let us go for the next member of alkane. Okay, so the next member of alkane, the second member is ethane. Ethane. Okay, can you be able to write the structure of ethane? Guys, what do you mean by the word eth? ETH. ETH means what? 2 carbon atoms. That means in ethane you have 2 carbon atoms. Okay, so first you mention 2 carbon atoms side to side. And you know ANA means what? The molecule has all single bonds. So one single bond you mention. between carbon and carbon. You should not mention double bond, triple bond and all, because this is alkane, ANE. The meaning of the word ANE means what? Having all single bonds between carbon atoms. Okay, so eth means two carbon atoms, ANE means having single bond. Okay, and now what I just told you, around carbon there should be 4 covalent bonds. Okay, if you consider this carbon, only one covalent bond is there. So 3 more covalent bonds you have to put. And with whom you will show these covalent bonds? With hydrogen you have to show. Okay, got to know? Already one bond was there and 3 more bonds is required for this guy. So you are putting 3 bonds and showing them with hydrogen. Similarly, carbon. Okay, how many bonds it already has? 1. This bond belongs to this carbon also, this carbon also. You know that? Yes or no? One bond means what? Sharing. By sharing, the bond has occurred. The bond is not completely belongs to this carbon. It doesn't completely belong to this carbon. This bond belongs to both the carbons. Okay, so now this carbon, how many bonds it has? 1. But how many it should have around it? 4, no? Only 1 is there. So put 3 more bonds like this. And with whom you will show the connection with? You will show the bonds with hydrogen. You know, this is the structure of ethane, guys. Okay, and can you be able to find the formula for ethane? How many carbon atoms? 2 carbon atoms. How many hydrogen atoms? Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. C2H6 is the formula for ethane. Okay, fine. Now let us go for third member of alkane. Third member of alkane. Third member is, say by this time I think you can able to figure out the name of a third member. See, 1 carbon containing alkane is methane. 2 carbon containing alkane is ethane. So next member may contain 3 carbons. What may be its name? Prop means what? 3. So prop, all single bonds it should have. So connect the name with ANE. So what is the third member of our alkane here? Propane. Okay. And how do you write its structure? Prop in the sense what? 3 carbon atoms. So 3 carbons you put it in a line. Between them you show some bonds, single bonds. Okay. Never show double bonds and all, because alkanes will contain only single bonds. So this is the skeleton you have put, and now you have to show hydrogen atoms. Okay, so how many hydrogen atoms this carbon need, guys? 1 bond is already there, no? So how many bonds it should require still? 3 bonds. So with whom you will show these 3 bonds? Like this. Okay, with hydrogen. And coming to this carbon, how many hydrogen should I put around this carbon, guys? How many bonds it already has? 2. How many bonds it need? 2 more. Because always remember, around carbon you should definitely have 4 bonds. Okay, then only it will be stable. So what 2 is already there, 2 more you have put now. With whom you will show the bond? Hydrogen atom. And coming to this carbon, how many bonds it has? 1 is already there. Okay, so how many bonds it need? 3 more. So you are showing the 3 bonds with hydrogen. Okay, so this is the structure of propane. And what is its formula, guys? Count how many carbon atoms are there? 3. And how many hydrogen atoms? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Isn't it? C3H8. This is called butane. You know, this is, propane. This is called propane. Fine. And coming to the 4th member of alkane. And what is its name? Butane. Butane. So the word but in the sense what? But in the sense 4 carbons. So 4 carbons you put it in a line and you show a single bonds between them. Okay, show a single bonds between them first. This is your carbon skeleton. Okay, now you have to add the hydrogen atoms, how many ever you require. Okay, fine. So how many hydrogens this guy needs? Already one bond is there. How many bonds you have to put around this carbon? 3 more, isn't it? So how do you show the bonds? Bonds with hydrogen. And coming to this carbon, how many bonds it has connected with? 1, 2. 2 are, this bond belongs to this carbon also. Not only for this carbon, this bond belongs to second carbon also. Okay, so 2 bonds are already there with this carbon, and how many more bonds is still required? 2 more. And this bond, you cannot show just a bond, you have to show the connection with whom it is connected. Definitely with hydrogen. Okay, and coming to this carbon, how many? 2 bonds are already there, 2 more is needed. So I have put 1 above and 1 below and show the connection with hydrogen. And coming to this carbon, 1 bond is already there, 3 more it needs. So 3 bonds I have shown with hydrogen. And can you able to figure out the formula here? How many carbon atoms? 1, 2, 3, 4. So C4. How many hydrogen atoms? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Isn't it? C4, H10 is the formula for butane. Okay, and this particular hydrocarbon, butane, is very important. This is what you are using as cooking cylinder. In a cooking cylinder, the gas present is nothing but butane gas. Okay, so this is how you can write the structure and formula for alkanes. Okay, and the homework for you is write the structures. Write the structures and formulae for pentane, hexane, heptane and octane. Okay, so you have to write the structure and formula for pentane, hexane, heptane and octane. So as you have learned till butane, you can easily able to write the structures and formula for these guys. Okay, and one more thing is, this particular methane, we can write it as CH4, isn't it? And ethane formula is what? C2H6. Okay, and this particular structure, I can also write it as, if I don't mention hydrogen bonds, say straight away I will mention like this, CH3 bond CH3. Say this is also a formula for ethane. Okay, say this is an elaborate structure we say, but this is shortcut structure. Okay, see this carbon, there are 2 carbons in the ethane, 1 carbon, second carbon. This carbon has how many hydrogens, guys? 1, 2, 3, no? So I have shown as H3. And this carbon has how many hydrogens? 1, 2, 3, no? So I have shown as CH3. Okay, see the bond is there between carbon and carbon. Since I mentioned hydrogen here, don't ever think that this bond is there between this hydrogen and this carbon. No. Okay, so these hydrogens, instead of showing it elaborately, I have combined without showing the covalent bonds present in carbon and hydrogen. I can show the structure like this also. Okay, clear? Usually in organic chemistry, while writing a structure, this much elaborate structures we don't use to show the reactions. We use, shortcut structures. This is elaborate structure and this is a shortcut structure. Okay, so this way of writing is also important for you. And how do you write propane in this way, guys? C, how many hydrogens? 3, right? So I can write propane as CH3, this bond, and how many hydrogens this carbon has? 2, right? So CH2 bond, and this one I can write it as CH3. Okay, so this is propane. You must able to understand the structure very clearly. This is elaborate structure and this is shortcut structure. Okay, so all the 3 hydrogens together I can put and show it as H3. 2 hydrogens together I can put and show it as H2. 3 hydrogens together I can put and show it as H3. Okay, but these covalent bonds are between carbon and carbon, not between hydrogen and hydrogen. Okay, na? So if I mention hydrogens after this carbon, it means these hydrogens belongs to this carbon. They have bonded to this carbon, like this, like this. Okay, but this bond is there, no? This is the bond that is present between this carbon and this carbon, this carbon and this carbon. Okay, so instead of showing elaborately, I can show the structure in a shortcut way. And similarly, what is the shortcut structure for butane, guys? CH3, isn't it? CH3 bond. This carbon has two hydrogens, so CH2, again a bond, again CH2, isn't it? CH2, and this one I can write it as CH3. CH3. This is the shortcut structure for butane. Similarly, you can try the shortcut structures for pentane, hexane, heptane as well as octane. Okay, so you must understand very, very clearly about writing structures of alkanes. Once you know to write the structures of alkanes, you can easily understand alkenes as well as alkynes also. So in my next video, I will teach you how to write the structures for alkenes and alkynes. Okay, fine. And now one more thing here. I gave you a general formula for alkanes, isn't it? What was the general formula? CnH2n plus 2 I gave you. And what I said you? This is the general formula which is obeyed by all alkanes, I said. Okay, and now let us check whether all alkanes obeys this general formula or not. Okay, I will show it for methane and ethane. You can check for propane and butane yourself later. Okay, say if n is equal to 1, if you substitute n is equal to 1, what do you get, guys? What do you get? C1H2 into 1 plus 2, right? So what is the formula you will get? C1, C. H2 into 1, 2, 2 plus 2, 4. So you are getting, what is the formula? Methane formula you are getting. Okay, so if you substitute n is equal to 2, if you substitute n is equal to 2, what do you get? Say for example, n is equal to 2, if you substitute, what do you get? C2. In the place of n, you write 2. C2, H2 into 2 plus 2. Yes or no? So what is the formula, guys? C2, H2 into 2 is 4, 4 plus 2 is 6. So you are getting a formula for ethane. If you substitute n is equal to 3, you will get formula for propane. If you substitute n is equal to 4, you will get formula for butane. Okay, so this is how every alkane will obey and satisfy this particular formula. This formula is very important to be remembered. Okay, so this completes our today's session. Let us meet up in the next session, and before that you have to compulsorily revise the whole concept. Especially you must know the meaning of the name, how to write the structure and how to write the formula, as well as shortcut structure also you must able to write. Say with this I end the session. If you like our concept, please like, share and subscribe our channel, okay, for more updates to learn in a easier way. Thank you so much.